Stop talking about potential. Stop talking about dreams. Stop talking about what you're going to do someday. I know that sounds harsh. I know it goes against everything motivational speakers have been telling you, but I need to shake you awake with a truth that will save your life. Potential and dreams are cheap. Everyone has them. The failure on the street corner has potential. The dropout has potential. The entrepreneur who never launches has potential. The artist who never creates has potential. Potential is a common resource. Everyone has it. Potential costs nothing. It requires nothing. And because of that, by itself, potential means nothing. I believe it is Les Brown who once said, the graveyard is the richest place on earth. Not Wall Street, not Silicon Valley, not Dubai, the graveyard. Because buried in the earth are businesses that were never started, books that were never written, songs that were never sung, cures that were never discovered, inventions that were never created, leaders who never led. All that potential, all those dreams, all those one days and some days buried, wasted, gone forever. Please remember, you have potential, but your potential has an expiry date. Yes, I said that your potential actually has an expiry date. You see, I was an athlete as a child, and also as a teenager. I was fast, competitive, and full of potential. But now in my 30s, you know what? The ship to win the Olympic gold medal in the 100 meters has sailed. That's the truth. That window closed, that season passed, that potential, it expired. So, you can also say, but I have potential. You can say it all you want. The clock doesn't care. Time is ruthless. Opportunity doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Every single day you don't act on your potential, that potential depreciates. It is like the fruit left on the counter and it doesn't improve with time. It only rots. My friend, Jesus told a parable that should terrify anyone talking about potential without action. A man gave 3 servants talents. Let's say money to invest. 2 servants immediately went to work, trading, investing, multiplying what they'd been given. They turned their potential into production. But 1 servant, he buried his talent in the ground. Master, he said, I kept it safe. I kept it safe. Here it is, exactly as you gave it to me. And the master's response? You wicked and lazy servant. Not good job, you kept it safe. Not at least you didn't lose it. No, he said wicked, lazy servant. Why? Because potential that lies untouched is not just wasted, it is a betrayal of the gift. I say that again. Potential that lies untouched is not just wasted, it is a betrayal of the gift. That servant, he had the same potential as the others. He just never put it to work, and in the end, even what he had was taken away. That may sound harsh, but it is the truth that you need to hear. Your potential is just buried treasure, valuable but useless. Let me say it again. Buried, untouched potential is useless treasure. You can have $1 million buried in your backyard, but if you never dig it up, you will starve with wealth beneath your feet. So, unused potential is not humility, it is tragedy. Listen to me carefully. We are where we are, not because of lack of potential, but because of failure to cultivate and use it. That is the hard truth. We are not stuck because we don't have what it takes. We are stuck because we haven't done what it takes with what we have. And trust me when I say, nothing hurts like unfulfilled potential. Nothing. Not failure. At least failure means you tried. Not rejection. At least rejection means you put yourself out there. Not loss. At least loss means you had something. But unfulfilled potential, that is torture. It's knowing you could have, yet you did not. It's lying awake at night, haunted by the ghosts of who you were supposed to become. It's watching others accomplish what you know you are capable of. It's living with the whisper. You had it in you, but you never let it out. My friend, being a could have been is one of life's cruelest sentences. He could have been a great leader. She could have been an incredible artist. They could have changed their community. Could have beens, should have beens, would have beens, but wasn't. Please determine right now, my friend, that you will not be a could have been. That is a sentence I hate most. Could have been. You will not let your story end with the potential still locked inside you. Please. You will not give the graveyard your treasure. You will not be remembered for what you almost did. You will become. You will be a did, a was, a became, I pray that is your story. Now, before you get depressed or sink into despair, let me tell you what you can do in order to avoid being a could have been. Because here's the beautiful truth. Potential is not your destination. It is your starting line. There are two laws that will transform your potential from buried treasure into manifested reality. One is the law of preparation and the other, the law of diligent action. Let's start with the law of preparation. One of the most profound statements I've ever encountered is this: the best thing about success is that a man must be ready when his time comes. Listen to that again slowly. A man must be ready when his time comes. Success requires that you be ready when your moment arrives. And I said when, not if. Because your time is coming. Your opportunity is approaching. Your moment is on the calendar. But will you be ready? Joseph's time came, but he was ready because he spent his years in prison learning leadership, management, and integrity. David's time came, but he was ready because he'd spent years in the wilderness learning to trust God and fight battles no one saw. Esther's time came, but she was ready because she spent years developing character, wisdom, and courage. Your time too is coming. Are you preparing? That is the question. Preparation is what you do in the dark so you can perform in the light. It's what you do in the private so you can produce in public. It's the harnessing of raw potential into refined skill. Remember, an average prepared person will outperform any genius who is raw every single time. Talent is potential. Skill is developed. A skill will always beat undeveloped talent anytime. So I have seen many talented people embarrassed in their moment because they did not prepare. Let's move on to the second law, the law of diligent action. This is very important because many people get stuck at preparation. They prepare forever and never launch. They tune the instrument but never play the song. One of the saddest lines I've ever read is this: the song I came to sing remains unsung while I tune my instrument. How many people die with the music still in them? Not because they couldn't play, but because they never stopped preparing long enough to perform. Please do not be paralyzed by preparation. Yes, go ahead and prepare. Sharpen your skill, develop your craft, build your capacity, but then, for the love of God, do something. Please stop confusing planning with doing. You see, creating a vision board is not actually execution. Taking a class is not competence. Reading another book is not action. Attending another conference is not progress. Preparation is vital, yes, absolutely vital, but it must lead to the moment where you put your talent to the marketplace. You can't rehearse forever. At some point, the curtains must rise. Take action. Launch that business. Write that book. Start that ministry. Create that art. Please teach that class. Lead that team. Stop talking about the book you will write. Write the first page today. Stop talking about the business you will start. Register the name today. Stop talking about getting in shape. Do the first workout today. Life rewards the doer, not the talker, not the dreamer, not the someday planner, the doer. I know you've heard that genius is only 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. That's not just a saying, my friend, it is a law. You have heard that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I've been around young people for the last 15 years. 15 years of listening to dreams, potential, and someday conversations. Sadly, there are those who 15 years later are still talking about their potential. Can you imagine? 15 years. At some point, you must stop talking about potential and show concrete results. Not what you're capable of every day, but we want to see what you've done, however imperfect it is. Even as Africans, we've talked about Africa as the continent of the future for far too long. We've said Africa has so much potential. Africa is a sleeping giant. Africa's time is coming. For decades, we have been the continent of tomorrow, the land of untapped resources, the people of promise, and I am tired of the potential talk. Meanwhile, other nations have stopped talking about potential and started building infrastructure, educating their people, creating systems, taking action. They are thriving. My friend, it is not about potential, it is about activation. Singapore had no resources. Japan had no space. South Korea was war-torn. But they stopped talking about potential and started doing something with what they had. Africa, it is time. Anyway, back to you, my friend. I also say it is time. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when conditions are perfect. Your potential, it is not something to admire, it is something to deploy. Stop telling people about your dreams, I say. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Start small. But start. Because here's what I've learned over time. The difference between successful people and unsuccessful people is not potential. It is action. Successful people prepare while others procrastinate. They launch while others deliberate. They persist while others quit. They learn while others make excuses. They adjust while others defend. They finish while others abandon. My friend, the great graveyard is full of people who had the same exact potential like you. The only difference between you and them, it is what you do with what is in your hand and the time that you have. So let me ask you again. What potential are you burying? What gift are you holding? What talent are you hiding? What dream are you suffocating with some days? And more importantly, what are you going to do about it today? Not next week, not after you take another course. No. Not when you feel confident. I'm talking about today. Because potential without preparation is a fantasy. I say it again. Potential without preparation is a fantasy. Yet, preparation without action is a tragedy. But potential plus preparation and action, that's legacy. So, you have been given a gift that the world needs. And the time is not on your side, my friend. The clock is ticking. Your expiry date is approaching. Your opportunity is coming. Will you be ready? And will you act? The only way to honor the gift of potential that is in your hand is through stewardship and deliberate action. The moment for potential is over. The moment for performance is here. The question is not what you will do someday. The question is what you are doing right now with the talent in your hand. Right now, in this season where you are. Again, I say, stop talking about potential. Start showing it. Go now. Invest your greatness. Do not let your forest die unborn. You are heading to your graveyard. That is the truth. Please not add to its wealth. Please do not give it a treasure. Give the world your gift. It is time.